Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome to a special edition of Red Storm Chasers. I'm Vincent here with Craig, Tim, and Nick. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're here with a special holiday episode coming to you on Thanksgiving.
Love Thanksgiving.
We've got an interview coming up for you, but we'll do a little Thanksgiving convo before that.
Kind of messed up either have the turkey be like the symbol of Thanksgiving and really just eat it on Thanksgiving.
You know,
you think about it's kind of messed up.
Funny we were talking about that. I was watching, football on Sunday with my parents.
I see it.
And on Sunday Night Football, they were showing like a turkey farm. Right?
Yeah.
And like Mike Tirico's like, oh, if only they knew. And it was like, damn, like I kind of feel bad for the turkeys. Like now I kind of don't want to eat the turkey. I mean,
I love turkey.
It's Craig's favorite meal.
I love turkey.
Turkey's fantastic. Turkey's pretty good.
I'm not a huge fan. I gotta eat it on Thanksgiving, but besides that, I don't go out of my way and ever eat turkey.
It's gotta be seasoned right. It's gotta be made
I make
right.
a ham.
No, I
like ham too.
I don't really. I mean, I'm okay
Ham's more
with
at
ham.
Easter.
Ham's a very Easter.
I hate ham. I hate ham.
Craig does hate ham.
I would
a little honey ham.
If I
a little
could
sweet
never
honey
eat ham again. If I had to pick one meat to never eat again, it'd be ham.
That's really funny.
It's not even close, actually. Turkey, I could eat literally every single day.
See, I don't love turkey.
I actually do eat turkey like very, very often.
When the gobbler comes
No, yeah. I was gonna say.
at Wawa, Craig is on. He's the first guy in line.
I love
Craig,
the
Craig
gobbler
is
at
there.
Wawa,
Craig
man.
is there. Thank God Wawas are 24 hours. Otherwise, Craig would be knocking on the door. But
He follows the Twitter page and
He does.
It responds, "Is the gobbler back?" And it's yes or no
Yes.
answers.
Although they started putting mashed potatoes on the gobbler, which is absolutely
don't get Craig
disgusting.
started. I forgot about this story. I
This
apologize for bringing it up.
This was horrible. I went to get the gobbler. I was excited. I ordered it. I always check. You go through customize, make sure, because I want the gravy and I want the cranberry. I want to make sure I have the cranberry sauce and all that good stuff. I go, get my sandwich. Great, cool. Go home, unwrap it, take a bite into it. Full of mashed potatoes. I almost threw up on the thing.
Just on the side, for normal people, you're like, well, mashed potatoes, that's delicious. Craig hates mashed potatoes.
Hate mashed
He actually hates
potatoes.
potatoes in general.
He's
but
Irish.
He hates mashed potatoes. He
Hate 'em.
does not eat them.
I literally almost threw
So
up.
literally
Only
just
French fries.
ruined Craig's meal.
French
Ruined
fries
Craig's
that's
meal.
not even. It's not really a potato.
I mean, they're absolutely a form of potato.
Yeah.
They're literally French fried potatoes.
Yeah. Anyway, mashed potatoes are disgusting. It doesn't really matter. It was foul. But mostly, I people like mashed potatoes. That's fine. Whatever. If it's gonna be on the sandwich, you gotta tell somebody. That's my bigger problem. With
He is right about this. He is right about that. You can't just have something on the sandwich. It's like a lot of places don't list cheese, but don't even get me started. I know we've probably talked about it before. People put cheese on everything now. It's like a default. You just put on cheese. Not everyone wants cheese. Me in particular never wants cheese. Why do I have to take cheese off of something that's not listed on the menu? Right? Like all the time. Just list it.
Just tell somebody.
Just list it.
Yeah, but so I'm kind of shocked. You bit into the sandwich. Did you, when you get subs and they're cut in half and you pick it up, do you ever actually look at what you're biting into?
So I'm gonna tell you, and you make it even more disgusting. But I didn't want to say this, but you brought it up. So I put mayo on the sandwich too, because I like mayo on my turkey
You
sandwich.
didn't notice?
No. So
It
cracked it
it
open.
was the other white stuff.
I thought it was mayo, and I bit it, and it was mashed potatoes, which is
Oh wow.
mayo is also my favorite condiment. So it went from my favorite condiment to my least favorite food of all time, which is just like the
What a
biggest.
juxtaposition.
Bottom drop out of all time.
You saw what you thought was a glob of mayo,
Which I was like,
you were like, yeah.
Because I even said, I was like, damn, that's a lot of mayo. Even for me, that's a lot of mayo.
If Craig says there's a lot of mayo, there's a lot of mayo.
And then I took a bite and I was like, oh my God, this is awful. It was brutal. But now it's Thanksgiving. I get to make my own turkey and with no mashed potatoes.
This is now the
for
third
me.
time
I mean,
I've
we
heard
have
this
mashed
story.
potatoes, so don't worry. Maybe we have mashed potatoes. I'm not.
Craig was
crazy
so
person.
upset about this, he told me he then had to tell my wife how upset he was about this story. That's
It was scarring.
how upset he
Wait,
was about it.
so what's y'all most overrated side then?
I already told you.
I know you're gonna say mashed potatoes, but the other two.
Considering I don't really enjoy turkey that much, and I mainly just eat the sides, I enjoy vegetables.
So you're the side specialist then.
I mean, sure, except I'm extremely picky. So like, what the worst sides for me are all the ones I don't eat, which is a wide array of like all of them.
Vincent doesn't really like food,
like
in general.
The water is good.
cranberry sauce.
Oh
Nope.
my God,
Stuffing. I don't eat that.
Not a
Any
stuffing
kind of
fan.
casserole, whatever. Yams. That's weird. What other sides are there? I don't know.
Vincent likes corn.
Corn. Well, yeah, like I said, I like plain vegetables. Corn, string beans.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
No, like I don't like collard greens. I wouldn't eat those. I don't eat beans either. I mean, I like the
You
song,
like
but
green? That's not true. You like green beans.
it's not the same as collard greens, which is what.
Oh yeah, it's very different.
the song's.
Oh
about.
yeah.
I mean, Nick loves corn.
I do love corn.
Nick
I'm a
loves
big corn guy.
super sweet corn.
Yeah.
Super sweet corn. It's got to be the sweetest.
And
of the corn.
Cindy's mixed flavor white and yellow corn. It was an all time high in Nick's life.
Absolutely, that was the sweetest corn I've ever had.
That was something.
It was certainly its all-time high.
If I
He wasn't low, I can tell you that. That's for sure.
so, if I had to go with my least favorite side, it's got to be the green beans, without a doubt.
Green beans are
Green
delicious.
beans. I'm not a green beans fan.
I know
Not
you're not.
only for Thanksgiving, but just in general in life. Not a big
I eat green
guy.
beans
Green
every day.
beans are growing on me.
I eat
Not
green beans like
physically,
every
but
day.
actually.
Absolutely, they're delicious.
I mean,
Tim, what's yours?
I love green beans, especially when you get like the bacon and stuff. It's
No,
fantastic.
who needs
That's
that?
next level.
Just give me plain green beans.
I love bacon. I like green beans. So
Yeah, but
double combo. For me, it's always the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top.
that's what I'm talking about. The yams. That's
Yeah.
That's
that's
your
at least
your
the least.
That's my least.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Because I look
it's
at
like
it, I'm
a
like,
dessert.
oh, it's dessert. And I go, just
Yeah, no.
just kind of like wipe off the tongue. Like, I don't want it to
I'm gonna have a hot.
even have this flavor.
I'm gonna have a hot take about turkey.
oh boy.
You
People
like it
that don't
cold?
like turkeys because they don't know how to make turkey.
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
I
So,
do agree.
yes.
Most people don't know how to make turkey
Because people make it once a year and then it's not good because they don't know how to do it.
Correct.
And then they're like, "Oh,
That's
this is
fair.
horrible." It's like, you just don't know how to make
You gotta
turkey.
take it out. You gotta put everything
You-
back
you-
on top of it. Let it soak
People,
through
if you
and
make
keep
turkey,
going.
like my mom made turkey literally all the time, so
It's a
she knows how to
process.
make turkey. Like it's very
Confirmed.
good. But if you won't make turkey once a year, you're like, "Oh, this is awful." It's like, well, yeah, if you make something once a year,
right, and it is a
and it's-
drier meat than
you have
than
to
other
cook it
meat.
correctly
Yeah,
for
you
it
gotta
to be
cook it
wet,
correctly.
to be
That's the
juicy.
key.
Otherwise, it can get dried out very quickly, which is
Yeah.
understandable. I've had bad turkey. I'm not saying I haven't, but
yeah.
that's my hot take.
I mean, I can say this. When I can understand why Sarah doesn't like turkey based off of, like, the people I've known that have made turkey for her. Like,
Bold.
well, no,
Shots
listen to this.
fired.
When someone
ain't touching that
No,
one.
when someone
Don't
puts,
cut that.
No, when someone puts cranberries in their stuffing, I expect their turkey to be dry.
First of
That's
all,
probably a good correlation.
that's not bad, and anyone who's
There's probably was there like
anyone
walnuts
who's
in the
using
stuffing
stuffing
too?
that doesn't come out of the box
Sounds
is
like
doing it wrong anyway.
That's wild.
There's like walnuts
Tell
in
him,
the
Craig.
stuffing too.
Tell him, Craig.
No, there was no walnuts.
I could see it. Right?
Tell
If
him, Craig.
you-
Tell him about the box. Tell him about box stuffing.
Oh yeah, there's box stuffing is the best stuffing.
It's scientific.
It's scientific. You think that your grandma, as there was a joke, I think it was Kevin James.
Kevin James.
It was
Kevin
like,
James.
You think your grandma in Ronkonkoma makes the best thing? You know, they have scientists that built this, the most flavorful, most delicious stuffing in the world. They made it.
By the way,
That's what it
I use the
It's
same
true.
I use the same argument for maple syrup. Robin, my wife, loves natural maple syrup. Oh, it's so much better. Natural maple syrup tastes like watery sugar. Okay, give me high fructose corn syrup, baby.
What-
Pearl Mining Company.
Oh,
Drizzle
Pearl-
that bad boy.
I go
all over the
log
thing.
cabin.
I'm-
You
I
go
was
log
gonna say- I'm a log
cabin.
cabin
You
guy.
go log cabin. That's
I'm a big-
fine.
I'm a big
I'm
log
not
cabin
against
guy.
it. Mrs. Buttersworth, good brand too. I'm not.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not against Pearl.
I'm not
River, but-
against
but
it.
my preference. Is
My
log
point.
cabin.
Well, no, log cabin doesn't use high fructose corn syrup. They use something else.
Yeah,
Vincent's
that's
a
what we
big
grew
guy.
up on. We grew up on log cabin.
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
high
but we
fructose.
no. Back when we grew up, it had high fructose corn syrup in it. Now it no longer has high fructose.
I feel like
corn
midway
syrup.
through it switched.
Like in high school, it
Vince is a
switched.
big advocate for the Midwest. He loves corn.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate
Corn.
for high. Hey, listen. Eventually, the Iowa caucuses are coming. All right, I got to be on the right side of this. Don't worry. Don't even get me started on ethanol. All right. But high fructose corn syrup is delicious. I know
Fuel
it's
of the
terrible for
future.
you, but it's delicious. Give me the fake maple syrup because again, there's scientists who put this together, and you know what? It tastes spectacular on my pancakes.
Is there an interview today? Or are we just talking about this?
I'm sorry. We got sidetracked. Well, anyway, hope you all have a wonderful time with your families today, or whatever day you're listening to this. Hopefully, your Thanksgiving was eventful and fun, and you got some nice time away. And
Hopefully nobody was too out of pocket.
well, you never.
Well,
know.
maybe
A little bit.
Maybe that's why you're listening to us right now.
That's, yeah, you know.
just enough to keep it fun.
Keep it
That's what we're
spicy.
looking for. You keep it a little spicy. All right. Well, we have a very special interview too. We have former St. John's forward and 1,000-point scorer Sir Dominic Pointer sat down with Tim and Nick for an interview.
All right, so with us we got Sir Dominic Pointer, St. John's great from 11 to 15.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? How's it been?
I'm all right. I'm good. Just continuing my career plan and doing everything right.
Yeah, you just had a long flight. So where are you at right now?
Bahrain. I just touched down 2 days ago. So it's been good. I played here last year. So we just looking to repeat, go back and forth. We got the Watso and I forgot the name. It's another tournament we got coming up in September.
Hopefully you guys win it. Hopefully you guys continue your success and
Yes.
get some more hardware in the cabinet, in the old cabinet.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right, so let's get more back into your college days. So if you don't mind me asking, what made you choose St. John's?
Oh man, live off the rip. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was live, and then his good selling pitch with the garden, of course,
Of
and
course.
then it was just so much opportunity to play. That was my thing. We came in with like 9 new guys, so it was like just a perfect opportunity. I feel like and then the guys that we were recruiting were good guys, and I knew a couple of them before we got locked in, so it just made it a real easy decision.
Yeah, the Fresh Five. I remember that when you guys were all freshmen. It was like the youngest team in the country
Yeah,
and all that fun stuff. It was an exciting
yeah,
time,
good
as
time.
we have
Yeah, good
exciting
time,
times
good
now.
time. No, for sure. We start off that season great, and then yeah, life.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of struggles with a very young team with a new coach. Always.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was some of your favorite memories at St. John's, or what was your favorite memory at St. John's?
Oh man, my favorite. I do my favorite. My favorite memory was like my 1,000 point game. Georgetown. We actually needed that game to get into the tournament too. So
Yeah.
it was senior night. So it was just a combination of all that stuff, and it just made it the icing on the cake. I scored 1,000 that night too. So it was just great, great vibes that night.
Yeah, that was an amazing moment. I remember I was the manager with when you were a senior, so I was there, a little in the
Yes,
back, but
sir.
it was a great time for all of us. So do you still talk to anybody on the team? Do you still talk to? I know, like D said, you guys have a group chat. I think you, Phil Green, him. Do you still talk to anybody else, or do you
Yeah,
talk to them
we
all the
still
time?
talk. Yeah, here and there. Through social media, you will see somebody that post something doing good, anything like that. You hit them up. Just because y'all family at the end of the day, no matter what. So I still talk to Phil Balamu. I still talk to Obegba a little bit here and there. And of course, Phil and D'Angelo. So it's still we still pretty locked in.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys from that team that went on to go play internationally, right? Play after college.
No, for sure. No, and still playing to this day. So it's good.
Oh yeah, everybody now is seasoned in their careers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a little season, a little bit. No, good time. That was. Oh, I don't want to think about how long ago it was. That's just 2 years ago.
Yeah, right.
So
But
I
is
want to know, Jamal Branch, is he just like on
Hmm.
a farm in Texas somewhere at this point? Like, what happened with him? Like,
Jamal,
yeah,
I don't
because
even. I can't even lie
D'Angelo,
to you. I haven't talked to Jamal in years. That's one of the people I haven't talked to. But now they say bring him up. I gotta find him. I see his brother more than I see him on social media. Like Jamal just kind of just vacated and disappeared, like vanished.
yeah, D'Angelo was joking
But
about that. He's like, oh, he just went to a farm somewhere and just didn't have social media.
no, but he always been that way though. Even when we were in college, he just a quiet guy.
yeah,
I
he always
do
kept to
have,
himself.
yeah, I do have a question for you with, so the
Mm-hmm.
team that ended your career there.
Mm-hmm.
So might be a touchy topic. Rashid, he's been in and
Mm-hmm.
out. Have you guys ever like tried to get back in with him and like,
I talked to Rashid this year.
okay,
So yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good for himself. He's mentoring the youth and trying to get his life, back on the right path. And he's just doing the right things.
well, I mean, that's great to hear because he,
Yeah.
he's he had some bad luck,
Yeah,
some
some
rough,
down bad. Yeah,
yeah.
bad luck, down on his luck a little bit. It happens. You know what I'm saying. But now he turned his life around, and like I said, what I'm saying, it's only up from here. He's still young, so people don't realize he's still young, and he still got time to, what I'm saying, to do a whole 360. You know what I'm saying, flip it
Oh
180
yeah,
one time.
and I mean he's just like you. He was a genetic freak. He just could do anything. He decided
Do
so
anything.
that
So
that doesn't really
yeah,
go away at he's got to be what 28 right now, 29.
no, You got to be younger than that. Yeah, probably about 28,
No,
28,
yeah,
I would
he's
say
like
28,
28.
27, 20,
Yeah.
28, 27.
So like,
Yeah,
hey, that's
on the younger side.
30 is prime. So
Yeah, no, you're in the prime to about 33, 35. So nowadays, you're getting older. The science and everything is pushing, you know what I'm
Yeah,
shoot,
the recovery is a lot
LeBron.
better
Yeah,
nowadays.
I mean LeBron's 40. So
saying? Yeah, exactly. So, you keep pushing it. Hasn't played till he was 60. So, you know what I'm saying? You keep
I
playing.
mean, if he wanted to, he could probably still play. They probably told him at this point, like, hey, just be a coach.
Just be coach. He was that anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So did you like playing at the Garden or did you like playing at Carnesecca better?
Oh, man. Better or that's
Which
a
one
hard
did you
question.
like more? Personally, what did you like more? What atmosphere? What
Of
maybe
course,
not the atmosphere, maybe it all.
man, like it depends on what year it was too at that. Because when we played in the Garden a couple of times, that boy was baking
Yeah,
when we were
yeah.
losing. So
Oh
like
yeah.
freshman year it was popping, and then senior year it was popping. But those 2 years it was up and down. You know what I'm saying? So, but Carnesecca was always cracking no matter what. Whether we win, lose, no matter what, Carnesecca was cracking. But of course, you know what I'm saying. The Garden, you get them big moments
Right.
when you play
Special
them
man.
good teams, them rivalry teams. Them man, it's so special. So I'm gonna go with the Garden, of course, the Mecca.
Right. It's just different when you play there. Every game is just a little more just feels special,
You know
you
what I'm
know what I
saying? The
mean?
world's most famous. So, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. So NBA court, just where you want to be at. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sharing the same locker room as Carmelo at that point, and
Yeah, no facts. They either take their locker down, but one time I saw they kept them up there one time. I think they had a game after us or something like that.
Yeah.
We was in the locker room, they kicked us out so fast. But hey,
yeah,
we saw the name on the top of it. We sat right in the locker we wanted to. I think I had a Amari locker, so it was cool.
yeah.
Good
I
time.
remember they had the Knicks logo. Just they didn't do anything. It's like sometimes they would just take it off like real quick and put new one. No, they just kept the
Real,
Knicks on it the whole
kept the Knicks
game for
on.
that. Yeah,
We'd be all right. Yeah, that's
yeah.
good.
What
Good court.
team did you hate to play the most, or what team did you dislike the most, if they were the same?
Man. Hmm. I would say Georgetown probably be the team I hated the most as far as just like, just back and forth, us win, they win type situation. The team I just hated was Villanova, no doubt about it. I hated
Yeah.
them, never beat them. It was some bull. They always seem to pull it off at the end. That's one of the teams that I wish we had one more year to play.
Yeah. Villanova
So
had that
that's
had
it.
that
Those are
run.
my two teams.
They were
Oh yeah,
unstoppable
they had
for
a
a
good
while.
run for like 6 years. It was a good run with them.
Yeah, they owned the 2010s in the Big East and in the country.
No facts.
Won what 2-3
Oh, they
championships?
the whole yeah. They got two for sure. I know of.
All right. What was your favorite road arena to play in?
Oh man, we didn't play there long, but I would go Cincinnati because it was so loud in there. We only played there. They left the Big East, but
Yeah,
when we played it there, it was so loud and the atmosphere was so good. Everything was high. It was
really.
good intensity and everything. As far as for me, but if you want to talk all 4 years, I would go. People don't realize I go DePaul, which is
DePaul, the
weird.
old
Even though
arena,
we played them in
the one in
yeah,
Roseland.
Uh,
yeah,
is
That
that
was an
Wintrust
interesting
hmm
or
arena.
yeah, so,
No, I think
yeah.
was it Wintrust in Roseland? I don't remember. It might have been the
yeah,
Wintrust arena. I
No,
think
we,
it
we
is now.
we always play them. No, no, we played them. We were Chicago. We played them always in the Bulls arena.
Oh, you did?
what used to be
I thought we
American
did.
Airlines? What I
I
can't
thought that
remember
we played.
who got the name
Yeah,
rights
yeah,
at
yeah,
this
yeah.
point.
I
Yeah,
think. I think. I think. Yeah. Everything had changed at this point in life.
Yeah. Now they have a new
yeah.
arena right in
Bigger
downtown.
money, new money. Yeah, new
Yeah.
money, new money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Get better. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite ones. But it was also because my family would always come because they were so close.
Right.
So that was
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest reasons why.
That must have been something with you and Phil's team, whole family showing up for those two.
Yeah, so our like when I say our when we was there, our fans was louder than theirs because you know what I'm saying. So it was all love. my family is super loud, and the Phil family joined right in, so it was all good.
Yeah, and DePaul
One big
sucking
family.
made it real quiet for them. So
They made it real quiet,
Yeah.
so it was all good.
so
Yeah. And then my homeboy played for them too,
who?
so it was always good. Charles McKinney.
Oh, yeah,
It was always good beating their ass one time for the one time.
yeah. I mean, shoot, D'Angelo talked about he knows how much he scored on every single person he's played. So
I bet D'Angelo do.
yep.
He was a super bucket. He was a super bucket, and still
So,
is to this day.
but so your year where all 4 years you played 32 or 33 games, you always made it through, always healthy. Your junior year, you kind of hit a slump where statistically everything started going down. Then you came out your senior year. It looked like your shot confidence skyrocketed and you just saw the game differently at that point. Like I don't know if it was just a pure confidence thing, but something everyone watching could
Oh
see
man.
something happen between those 2 years where you came out senior year and you just went.
Mm. The difference was junior year, we had so much talent. I mean, like the talent was so crazy. It was hard for Live. Like if you mess up, it was one of them things where he had somebody behind you to go ahead and the rope was, I think, for everybody besides Lowe was like, you know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
wasn't no time to mess up. And when you got so much talent on the bench, it was just, you know what I'm saying? So that was probably the biggest thing, adjustment. Just that was in the confidence, you know what I'm saying? Where you can play with just free, you know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest thing. Being knowing that ain't nobody just knocking on your back like, oh man, I can't do this. That you're a little bit more looser. So that's what it was. That's all it really was. Like I said, confidence. And then just working on my game, all 3 years, and then finally just rolled and came together. I was always a great defensive player. The offensive side just popped in. If you know, like the first, like I'd say like 10 games or something like that, it was kind of like, you know. And then right before we hit the Big East, I took off, and then in the Big East, it was over with. It was 15 plus in the Big East every night. So
Yeah, I mean, you had
Yeah.
one
you
of them things.
developed that stop on a dime mid range jumper where you, D'Angelo, and Phil all had that shot down,
But yeah,
and
it was
then
it was, it was one of them things.
they had to
It's
stop.
four is checking me, yeah, everybody. So
Yeah,
then you had the four checking me, and I can check a four. So it was like it was in a mismatch on the other end.
oh
So
yeah,
it's like you gotta check me, but you know what I'm saying, it's harder. So one of them things.
yeah. I mean, Lavin
And
was
we know
calling
me
you
and me and
the.
Chris back there blocking everything.
Oh well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's
for
Yeah.
sure. Costco, utility, all. I was everything for the team, and I didn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I did do whatever the team needed to win at that point,
yeah,
and we went as far as we went.
yeah. I mean, Lavin called you the Swiss Army knife because
Yeah,
they were
with
talking about
everything.
Justin Simon a couple weeks ago, and Lavin came
Mhm.
out on Instagram was talking about it. Now he's like, no, the original Swiss Army knife, Sir Dom.
Nah, yeah, I didn't see it. Okay, I gotta
Yeah,
go see what he talking about that. But yeah, he gave me that name, and I liked it. You and keep with it. It was when he said it, I was like, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So along that theme, what's some of the best advice that you've gotten from either Lav or from another coach?
Oh man, I live my life by this one, man. Just stay in the moment. Be a buzzsaw. Stay in the moment. Live always talk about being a buzzsaw, and it's just even tilt. You know what I'm saying? No peaks and valleys. You know what I'm saying? Just even tilt,
Yeah.
and that's how I live my life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be ups and downs, of course, but you try to stay on that straight line, a straight arrow, and everything at the end of the day it corrects itself.
Yeah. Lav has some amazing quotes and amazing sayings to live by.
No, for sure. He has so many, and he gonna throw them at you, and you go eventually you go realize what he's talking about and what he mean by it. And the older you get, you realize, okay, this is what he meant by this. This way, okay. So,
Yeah.
he been around, you know what I'm saying? His what do you call it? So Mr. Miyagi, all this like,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people be talking, but it makes sense at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
had so many
On top of having that,
experiences.
him with having Rico, yeah, and then you have Rico and Tony, both them giving you information the
Oh
whole
man,
time.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that was the best coaching staff I've ever been a part of. Not gonna lie, from the learning to the big brother aspect of, even though they coaching, they like big brothers to us. Like they just whatever you needed, they try to find a way to do it for you and get it for you the right way. You know what I'm saying? And keep you straight and on the narrow. So it was. I can't
Yeah.
complain. I still talk to them to this day. I talk to all the coaches to this day. So
Yeah, that coaching staff
one
was
big family
special.
still.
It really was one big family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sure, you had
It was
Dunlap your
no
first year.
letdown nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, done that.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
done.
man.
What were you gonna say? You seem like you want to say
No,
something.
Dunlap, man. No, I ain't gonna say nothing, man. Dunlap is a good guy at the end of the day. Me and him we bumped heads, but he's a good guy at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean he's a nut,
Only
right?
had him for a year.
He is a
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
basketball crazed man, which is, that's what you want in a
Yeah,
coach.
no, for sure. No, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. X and the O's and all that stuff. He's him. You know what I'm saying? He's that guy. He's going to do the right thing. Um, Discipline, all that good stuff. He gonna make sure you know what I'm saying, do everything the right way. He gonna explain things. It just sometimes you get different aspect outside the court, if you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, he's a great guy.
Absolutely. So if you had to pick your St. John's all-time starting five, who do you got?
Oh man, all time starting five. I'm gonna have to put Mark Jack at the one. I gotta go with Low at the two. I like Philippe
Okay.
at the four, and then oh man, I forgot we got Chris Mullin and that boy too. Gotta throw him in there. And then I'll go CO. And I'll go CO.
You're not putting
Just
yourself in there?
because you got somebody back there that go clean the glass. For me, if I'm gonna put myself in there, you know what I'm saying, Chris Mullin gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. I do like
So,
I like
so
your setup.
one of those things, yeah.
I like
Yeah, I
Felipe
like
with
I'm saying. I
CO.
think it's a good team, you know what I'm
Yeah, that could be a
saying? Yeah.
fun team.
So it's good. And then you got oh for sure, you got 6'10", 6'9", 6'10" at those small forward through center. And then you got low end, Mark. So you good to go. Of course, I can throw myself in there. I call me the sixth man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Sunday
Yeah,
night, whatever
yeah.
you need, I can go 1 through 5. You know what I'm saying? Just replace him
Absolutely.
with one of them.
Got to have the Swiss Army
So
knife. That spark off the
yeah, you
bench.
got it. They need them. So we good to go.
So how did it feel playing, if I bring you back in time, how did it feel
Mm.
going down to Charlotte and playing in the NCAA tournament your senior year?
Oh man, to not make it for 3 years and to be close 2 of the years, it's like, man, you finally get over that hump, and then playing in the game was like the only thing you always dream of. Like the crowd was there, the announcements was there, like everything was there for you know what I'm saying, for the moment. Everything you
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be, it is. You know what I'm saying? Besides the win, I feel like we did what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm still mad at CEO, and I'll tell him that to this day.
Yeah.
But we go keep that one on the side. But yeah, besides that, it was a great experience as far as being escorted from the airplane to the hotel to just that 5-star treatment, man. It was just great, from fans to like breakfast to night. It was just all perfect and no letdowns nowhere. All uppers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure like seeing the branding everywhere, like everybody like they see you and they definitely know you're a basketball player playing this NCAA tournament there that week.
No,
I could only
no, for
imagine like
sure.
the atmosphere around it.
No, for sure. It was crazy. It was a great time, great time. With great people, and you know what I'm saying, we got to spend time. Our families got a chance to fly out there. So you spend time with family, friends, and got to, relax a little bit before the game, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to experience the city a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So how was it, especially? So let's talk about like you said the year before that, right? I mean, we
Mm.
should have made it in the year before that, and then we get
Yeah,
how is that? Like, tell me how
D'Angelo.
the difference between like the year before just missing it should have done that, and then you go on to be the number
Uh,
one seed in NIT. You guys don't care, blown out by Robert Morris, and
yeah,
then
that game. We knew we went to that game like,
oh
man.
yeah,
I started with the year before. The year before, um, yeah, like D'Angelo got suspended,
yeah,
so that that messes up when we needed. I think it was like 2 games or something like that just to make it in. And one of them games, going from your leading scorer going down, it's a hard adjustment. You know what I'm saying, to make in one game. So it
yeah,
was one of them things where we're so close. We don't want D to go. You know what I'm saying? But we know
yeah,
why he gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it was just a down thing where like our spirit was like, man, we were looking like maybe we still had a chance. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
oh
if this
yeah,
team lose in the tournament or this team win they tournament, another team don't make it.
right.
Um, so being the number one seed, and then I see why Kentucky lost to them the year before.
That's
You
right.
know,
They upset him, and right.
just going, yeah. And I believe that the same thing happened with them happened to us. They playing for real, and we playing to go home. Like
Right.
we were planning to go home at the end of the day. Like, and it's a horrible thing, but it's like, man, your I won't say your confidence, but your body just like, man, we were like so close
Yeah.
and we didn't get it. So you like, man, we'll figure it out. And then the next year was actually the year where we don't know if we're gonna make it. But then we start playing and then we start seeing like, oh, what? And I think we made it the top, what, 15 in the country that year?
Yeah, I think we made it up to
I think
14, 15, or
I think we made it
16.
like 13.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was like we
It
were
was
up
something
there.
like that.
We
I
were
think we
top
made it 13.
15.
It was something like
Yeah,
that.
I
That
think at
range.
13.
Yeah, yeah, we were somewhere in that range. So anyway, but then we're like, oh, yeah, we got a team here. And
Yeah.
we just pushed through, you know what I'm saying? We found them, like I said, I popped out of nowhere. D and Phil was always buckets. CO came, our defensive presence and our small ball, where it was like we wasn't a liability on defense, so we
Yeah.
didn't have to worry about that. And then offensively, I was a mismatch to every four in the country at the time,
Yeah.
and it was like, okay, we got something here, you know what I'm saying? And then the coaches installed a confidence in us where it was like, okay, we not missing shots, we everything falling, our mid ranges. I think we probably like 60% at mid range, and we just mixing and having fun out there. And we ain't got, like I said, when you ain't got nobody per se riding your back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You like, okay. I think we were playing 35 plus minutes a game. Sometimes we played 40 minutes the whole game. So it was like you ain't got nothing to do but play. Go out there and play. You got nothing to lose. And that's what happened. We went out there and played like we had nothing to lose, and we won a lot of games.
Yeah. Man, you gave me a little chills right there, remembering
All
all
good.
that
All
senior
good.
year, your senior year.
The good time, man. Man, like I said, yeah, that senior year was different. We just, like I said, it was magic in the air. From the Garden being rocking, like once,
Yeah.
even before we got ranked, the Garden that senior year is like it's like they did, like I think the people just knew like we about to just take off, and it happened. So yeah, it was magic times. Like them Garden days, man. Like you said, yeah, remembering them boys now. Them
Yeah.
Garden days were different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
I
change
mean,
my answer early. The Garden for
yeah,
The
sure.
guy.
Don't
I
even
mean,
don't even worry about Carter Second, the legend.
yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
But yeah, you had a nice little amount of trophies at the end of that year. You got second team Big East,
Mhm.
you got Harry Big East, I think it was co-defensive player, and then you got most improved on
Yeah,
top of that. They never want to
yeah.
give
I
a
ain't
St.
gonna
John's
lie to
player the
you.
full defensive.
That Cody, yeah, that was crazy. It wasn't even close that year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's one of the things I'm like, I looked up, I'm like, I averaged 3 blocks and 3 steals, and the other guy averaged 3 steals. Like
Yeah, that don't make
Like,
sense.
come on, now, it's not even not even close. He averaged no block. It wasn't even close. But it's cool though. You know, they gotta do what they do. It is what it is. So, but yeah, the Haggerty Award was one of my favorite awards for the simple fact I didn't have no clue about it, and it popped up, and they was telling me about it, and the players who won it. I was like, oh, I did a little more research and try to figure it out, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually a big award for like the whole, what I'm saying, tri-state type situation. So I was like, okay, and
Yeah.
it was good. So. And to win that out of all the people, even two people on my team, I'll beat them. So it was good.
I mean, and then after that, I don't know, were you expecting to be a second round draft pick at that point?
Uh,
You had meetings with everyone, but second round so thrown up in the round. Like anyone can pick. They might pick a 7'3" Israel guy that no one's ever heard of. That never makes it anywhere.
yeah. No, it was one of them things where it's like, you don't know, you're hoping, but you don't know. Not if you're not a top, 15 to, like late first rounder where that you going in a top 35. You just kind of gotta just wait and hear your name being called. I was actually at the bowling alley with my family, just bowling. Like, wasn't really doing nothing. We was watching the draft, but we wasn't really expecting nothing. And then your name get called. It's like, oh, you get that little phone call that you're about to get drafted, and it's a special moment with your family, especially everybody being around. So it was good. I enjoyed myself and my family that night.
That's crazy. That's really crazy that you were just at a bowling alley and then you look up and like, I mean, you get a phone call, but then you're like, oh wow.
Yeah. So, but the phone call is literally like 30 seconds before, and then it's up there. I was on the phone all night. People, calling me like, "Oh, when you getting dressed?" I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's one of them things. I'm thinking I'll get to somebody at training camp, something like that. But you got the name called, and then the Cleveland right around the corner from the crib. So
Right. Did your family go
it
out to a
was it
lot of
was all
games?
good. It was all good. Yeah, they actually did. They was at I say almost all of them, especially we played like a back to back down in Kane, and they were there as much as they could be. They took that 3-4 hour drive every time. Now, commend my family because my whole career from college to professional, they followed me and they stayed locked in with me. So and they still to this day some of them would try to come over here if they could.
No, yeah.
They got time, so I appreciate it. Everything they do, what I'm saying? That's good love, what I'm saying? Support
Yeah.
system.
You need a support system. That's the most important thing you got, honestly. If you got good people in your corner, it could change
No
your
facts.
life. You know what I mean?
No facts. Yeah.
You did 2 stints with Canton, so with the charge.
I did.
Yeah,
I think I played there 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years.
yeah. The
I can
second
remember that
stint,
exactly.
the
Yeah,
second
I
stint
think
when
the
you
second stint was 3 years,
18 to 20, I think.
right?
I
18
think
to
so.
21 or 18 to 20. It's
20
the,
because
the
COVID.
longer COVID. Yeah, and then we played in the bubble. So that was the same year. It just was that was just a long year. It was a long year.
So you did
But
get
yeah.
called up for your 10-day
Mhm.
contract, brought in about 50K for those 10 days. COVID
Yeah,
hits.
man. I think I'm 3 days into it. Yeah, 3 days, 3-4 days into it, COVID hits. Finish your
No,
question,
but
yeah.
what do you think would have happened? No COVID. Do you think you could have worked a second 10-day
Oh man.
after that?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I feel like that was the best team I've ever been a part of, on Canton. Where it was effortless at one point in time where like I think we had 6 to 8 people all in double figures. Like one night I go for 25 for like 6 straight games. Then I go for like 12 the next couple of games. And then but somebody else, like we just winning. Like there's no those teams you're a part of where there's no egos and there's nobody trying to overrun the next person. And if you realize that, if you're in the G League, if you can realize like the people who getting called up are on winning teams,
Right.
besides a select few. But the winning teams, they want more of you're not gonna be there, you're not going to be LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You're going to help LeBron. You're
Yeah.
going to help Steph. You're going to help these people. You're not going to outscore them.
Right.
So if you can just play a role and they can see that role fitting with their team, they'll call you up, and it's your job to make the best opportunity of it at that point.
Yeah.
So,
So
but yeah, as far as I think I would have got a lot more call ups at that point. Because I think Cleveland was gonna call me up. Well, they did call me up. I think I probably got another one from Cleveland. And a couple more other teams out there, I'm sure we're looking. I almost got to the bubble with Houston. Um, so it was. I just know it was teams looking for sure, and they were making calls, especially at the end of the year. It's that time where they give you a chance, a real chance. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
showcase and put your talent to the test.
are you considering? I don't know if you did summer league this year or tried to, but next year, are you considering doing another try for it, or are you kind of just you're happy with doing the overseas
At,
stints?
yeah, at this point, I feel like I'm happy. I gave it my couple shots. You know, I just feel like it's time at a certain. I wouldn't say you should quit or do anything. I just feel like you should do what's best for you and yours. So that's what I did. I do what's best for me and mine. If somebody was to offer me, to come, of course, you take it, but not really in the chasing mode right now. I'm just happy where I'm at. I make a good living, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
So making a good living overseas. What's your favorite country so far that you've
Um,
got to spend time in?
Spend time in. I haven't really spent time here yet, so I would go between Israel and Cyprus. Those are my two favorite spots I've been to. As far as off the court, where it's like the countries are beautiful, the great water, the nicest people in the world. They all laid back, um, and they're welcoming. You know what I'm saying? They're not pushing you off or doing none of the crazy stuff. Is they give you that family come on in. You know, they man, the fans they invite you to eat at their crib, and they feed the food. They bring you stuff. It's a whole different atmosphere over these places.
Have you
Yeah,
ever have
we've
you
heard.
ever gone to dinner with a fan?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
Really?
a whole family. Like, yeah, no, they be locked in. Like you meet them, you talk to them for a little bit. You be locked in with them. They just, hey, you want to eat? Yeah, why not? I like trying different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Different foods and things like that. You don't of course you don't eat with everybody, but you lock in and
Of
you
course.
figure it
Yeah.
out. Of course, it's a little different. Like there's not the security like LeBron where they can't get to you. You know what I'm saying? They can walk up to you, say hi, they see you on the street. It's a little bit different. They not no malice, ain't no malice, and nobody bones over there. You know what I'm saying? They all just want to make sure they know you're not with your family. So you know what I'm saying? So they try to make family. You know what I'm saying? They bring it to
Yeah.
you. So that's all it is.
Wow,
And
that's
I enjoyed it
amazing.
because they really nice people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to spend time there with people like that? You know what I mean? That's amazing. Honestly. I've never heard anybody say that
No,
before.
exactly. No,
We've
for real.
heard like D said that Israel's crazy because like the crowd in the game is like berserk, like almost like
Oh
soccer
yeah.
level fans crowd.
No, for sure. I think the man. That's the one thing you go get at a lot of places. But as far as fans, where I'm at right now, Bahrain, you guys see the crowd over here. It's crazy. Like the whole gym packed, and they separate
Dang.
the fans, and each side is packed. It's crazy. Like it's not an empty seat in the house. They're not sitting down the whole night. They yelling. They're not fighting, which is good. But they yelling at the other fans. The other
Yeah.
fans talking to you, chanting. It's just it's good vibes. So you can't
Yeah.
you can't knock it. And then in this country, Bahrain, we only play in one gym. Like
Hmm.
all the teams
Oh,
So
come
really?
it's the,
in one gym.
so it's the
Yeah.
bubble. It's the bubble all over again.
Not in the same level, but it's like, but I think it's being better because like all the fans know where everything will be at. So the fans from this city travel to the gym, and we travel to the gym, and it explodes, and it's like
Yeah, Olympic
it's
style,
good vibes.
where it's everyone knows that that's the location you're going to watch
Yeah,
your team.
no, for sure. And it's say it's a home court, but it's not really a home court for nobody. You know what I'm saying? You always at a mutual site, let's call it.
Right. Yeah. That's super interesting. I never heard that before.
When
It's
when you do decide to unlace the shoes, have you gotten the pitch from Lavin about assistant coaching like everyone else seems to
oh
get?
man, live. You know, Live always like I think Live just want his players to come back because he enjoys and he's a family oriented guy. So yeah, but Live always, you know what I'm saying, especially me, I'm always uptight with Live. Like everybody is. I don't think there's not a Live talk to the janitor still, I bet. So it's Live one of them people you go talk to Live for the rest of life. Live talk to people in my family I didn't think he knew still. So it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I talked to Live yesterday. What?
Yeah.
Okay. But he I think he wants that because he knows his players. And I think he know the players to ask and who wants to come back. But yeah, I would love to go back with Live. I talked to him. I pulled the went up there this summer. I didn't have the time because I got the job over here during the summertime, and
Yeah.
then we went late into the summer this year. So it was just one of them things where I just didn't have the time. But for sure, next year I'm gonna go up there, holler at them, see what it is. I think I only want to play for a couple more years anyway. I think I got like 3 or 4 more years in me anyway. So just that overseas grind, it is different no matter how long you play. You so far away from your family, it's different. 20-hour flights get tiring.
Definitely. I can't even imagine a
So
20-hour flight.
Especially legroom for you. Shoot, I'm 6 foot. My legroom sucks. I can't imagine being six
yeah,
six.
man. Yeah, the only good thing I've been lucky to get either good seats. Let's say that.
Yeah,
I mean, they would get a lot of room. So.
get the
But yeah,
business
the back of
style
that plane
bed.
is it's tight like that. Yeah,
Definitely.
just a little bit. So,
Yeah,
or you get the good exit row, the one with nobody in front of you.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
One of the two,
changes
I need
everything.
it for sure. When you got to sit on the
Yeah,
plane for 10+ hours, it's
Essential.
big. It's a
yeah.
6 foot. Yeah,
So what's the
it's
difference?
not.
What's the difference between playing like in the G League and playing overseas? Or I guess you also touched the NBA. So what's the difference between kind of all three, I guess?
Um, let's start. I'm gonna start with the travel. Let's just
Okay.
go straight to what it is. The travel is completely different. One's private jet, the other one's commercial. So that's the first thing. But like the style of play is probably one of the biggest things. It's a little faster, and in the G, like the rules a little different. Everything I think overseas is more slow and methodic. What I'm saying? It's more big man. Uh, I wouldn't say more big man. It's because even overseas it started, as you probably can see, it's starting to be more guard oriented too.
Yeah.
But like they still got the big man where he go post up and he actually go score the ball. You know what I'm saying? He go
Yeah.
back to the basket. He'll get you a couple pounds. And he'll get his little hook on. So that's I would say that's the biggest difference though, between the overseas and the NBA and the G League. But both very talented people. You know what I'm saying? Got talented players in it. Depending on what country you go to, I would say all of the top three teams in most countries I wouldn't say can compete, but they got players on their rosters that can compete for NBA spots. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
but besides that, it's
Was the
like I would
coaching
say
any
the
different?
15th guy.
I know what are you
The
gonna say. What are
coaching,
you gonna say?
yes. I would just say I would say the 15th guy over here is nowhere near the 15th guy over there. In the NBA. So
Right.
that's the biggest difference. But as far as that, what you was asking?
The coaching. How is the coaching different? Like between
Oh, yeah, they coach you more over here. Like it's
Mm,
more they want to do more X and O's over here. Like you're gonna run a play over here. But I think they do that over here because the coaches want to control the game more. You know,
right,
they
yeah.
get paid to control the game and in different aspects of it. So that's the biggest difference in their coaching. But that they still let you do kind of if you get the right coach, they kind of let you play your game still. But they go more practice and go 100. You know what I'm saying? Than back in the States where it's like you on your own. They want you to get good, but you gotta want to be good. Over here, they're gonna make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah,
difference. In the States, you gonna be good if you put the work in. Here, they're gonna make you put the work in.
that's very interesting.
But that's how you see people in the NBA like they fall off because the coaches they're not making you. They want you to and they will talk to you in the league. But they're not gonna hassle you.
Right, yeah. At the end of the day, it's on you if you want to.
Yeah, it's on you. Like exactly, you go call me, like hit me up, and overseas it's like we go get you in the gym, like we go do things like during practice. I feel like overseas, you still if you want to be good overseas, you still got to work yourself.
Right.
But during practice, they're gonna work you in practice.
Hmm.
That's the only difference as far as coaching and practice go.
All
Yeah,
right.
we still got a lot of practices if you know what I'm talking about over here. The long
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different game. It's a totally different game, I think, I would say.
Yeah. I compare it more to college. It's more like college coaches.
Yeah, because they're very like, all right, we got to be in the gym at this time. We got to do this, got to do that. Sometimes,
Yeah,
all that fun stuff.
yeah,
So,
all the fun stuff.
Talking about college coaches and stuff like that. What's your thought on NIL? What do you think you
Yeah,
guys
man.
what do you think you guys could have racked in those 4 years with NIL in the Garden?
Oh man. I wouldn't say big crazy money, but we would have got something. We in the Garden. We would have, what I'm saying, we got like a lot of hustlers on the team, who would have found a way. I think I would have had more like sponsored deals for food type situations. I would have been eating everywhere, like, yo, let me go ahead, go to here, I got you, let me post, all type of stuff. I just would have found my own way to if it's not necessarily monetary, like with money, I would have monetized with food, with
right.
housing, with something else to where I made it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody's not go be, what I'm saying, the top guy is gonna be, oh yeah, go ahead get him a million. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna be that guy. But I feel
Yeah.
like if you hustle and you know what you're doing and you in your area, go ahead talk to the local pizza guy. Go ahead talk to anybody to
Yeah.
figure it out. So I feel like if we could have did that, man, food would have been not a problem. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? A little extra money in your pockets if you know what I'm saying, know who the people to talk to. So it's been
Yeah.
good. But it was the off campus eating. Like you get tired
Right.
of eating at
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, at
Monty's.
the same place. Yeah, Monty's all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You kinda had to switch it up.
So with the hiring of Coach Patino, have you visited, reached out, heard anything? Because I know Craig always calls about people. So
Yeah, no, I haven't. As far as reaching out and communicating with them, I haven't had time. Like I said, this was one of my busiest years where I think I played for almost 11 months. This is
Oh, wow.
so it was one of them things where it was like I couldn't get back when Dean Phil went back up there. I didn't have the time to go back with him because I definitely would have popped up, especially the new coach. I heard he encourages guys to come back at this point.
That's
So
great.
so I'll probably go back next year. I would try to go back next year. I have more time. Um, I haven't been back in St. John in years. That would be a good how can a good trip to go back, see the Carnesecca, get some workout in, just have fun.
yeah,
You
you
know.
Yeah.
haven't been
They
back
doing it. I heard
since
they switched up Carnesecca a little bit, right?
Yeah, they renovated it a little bit, but the court's still the
Yeah,
same. Everything's
yeah.
still the
yeah.
same. Nothing.
Still
It's
the same.
just some of
Okay.
the seats have
Still the
changed.
same.
Tafner's game work though.
Okay.
They're working on
Okay,
something.
Ty,
Yeah.
it was on Ty. Okay.
Well, they changed
Gotcha.
Tafner the year after you left. Remember when it was all white walls and everything like that? It was
Yeah. It's
they
not white
got
walls no more.
no, it's all stickers top to bottom, and then they changed that the year after, like Mullen's first year.
Okay.
They got all stickers everywhere,
hmm
and then they changed Tafner a little bit, and now they've rechanged it a little bit already. It's been through a lot of
Okay, it's still
changes.
if Tafner other side. Yeah, if Taf is Tafner the other side still like the rec side.
Yeah, it's still Rexide.
It is.
For
So they still
now.
shut there. Okay.
For
For
now.
now. Okay. They building a whole different thing.
I think that's what their
Patino
plan
Or they
is.
just
Patino
gonna
had
move them.
Patino had some requirements when he came in. So let's just say Tafner is
Okay.
definitely getting some work done.
Upgrades.
Yeah,
I remember our locker room when I first walked in was horrible. Live had to change that up.
yeah. I
So
I only heard
shit ready,
stories.
yeah.
I only heard stories about how
Oh,
bad.
oh man,
I saw
it,
I saw the
it,
renovated one when he fixed it.
when
Yeah.
you fix, man, that everybody was in a little box. It was. So, like I say, hey, Live had to recruit the mess out of people, man, to get people to come to. Like I say, it was one of them ones where like, all right, we literally coming here for a laugh type situation. But he also, like I said, he said he was gonna improve stuff. So, and the only thing he could do in the time that he was there.
Yeah, that locker
So,
room was nice by the time. By the time he left, that was a serviceable locker room.
no, yeah, for sure, it wasn't. You could take recruits in there and be like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. You know
Not
what I'm saying?
it's four
But
by
like I
four
said,
square.
Live found the right. Yeah, like I said, Live found the right recruits to our freshman year, to who didn't really care about that, who cared more about winning and and trying to make it to the next level. Like everybody was trying to
Yeah, and you
keep playing and keep playing.
and you guys didn't even get to play with everybody you guys recruited that freshman year, right? Who was it? Norvell
No
Pell
Jakar,
and no Jakar.
Norvell, Jakar, Amir. Amir didn't come till December.
Also, wasn't
Uh,
Philip Lindsay, right? Wasn't he one of the guys
Philip,
too?
no, not Philip, no, Nordine.
Dean
Nordine
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
him too.
he was there. Like him and he left because of Dunlap. Him and Dunlap bumped heads, and that's why he ended up leaving. But he got there early too. God's gift, he made it. It was just
And then
it was
hurt
one of the
Phil's
ones where
wrist.
like 4 or 5 people didn't make it. And yeah,
Yeah.
and then he hurt Phil's wrist. Like
Yep.
man, so it was just one of them things where like that freshman year, like I said, it was a lot of ups and downs, injuries, and stuff that went into it.
That's actually interesting about the Nordine Lindsay because he missed those 2 free throws at the Garden, and then it's just like everything seemed to collapse. Like he went from a
Yeah,
guy that could give you double digits every game, and then it was like he missed those 2 free throws, and it just it. We never heard about Dunlap and him bumping heads like that or anything. So like all we know
yeah.
is he missed 2 free throws and he lost
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that's everyone said that since those 2 free throws, it was downhill. But Nordin was one of the fastest guys, one of the most athletic, and he can pass more than people thought he could. So it was one of the things where I wish he would have stayed, and you know what I'm saying, and just made it past his little squabbles and things like that. But like I said, I understand because it happens, and you know what I'm saying. People try to do what's best for them.
Yeah,
So can't
absolutely.
complain. You move on and keep going.
All right, so I got one more question for you.
Go ahead.
If there is a St. John's TBT team, would you play on it? Would you
Mm.
play again and go back?
Yeah, I actually would. They almost put one together a couple years
Two
ago.
years ago,
It failed to. Yeah,
Nicola Pinto was
yeah.
trying to wrangle you guys
Yeah,
together.
I was down. It just didn't know. I feel like if they were to do one, they would have to start now with St. John guys.
Oh
Because
yeah.
man, you wouldn't be surprised how many offers I got last year to play in the TBT. Like I said, I didn't have the time. I probably got, let's say, half the field called that was like, yo, do you want
Wow.
to play? Yeah. So it was a lot. I mean, on my DMs all the time, like, yo, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I didn't mind it. And I would have played. I just one of the things where I
Yeah.
had no time this year.
Hey, time's valuable.
Hey,
Once you spend it, you can't get it back.
with all the new collectives of boosters and everything like that, maybe
Oh
we'll
yeah,
have
I'll say it.
a Giants collective paid TBT team that you guys could play for.
Yeah, but for sure. If somebody put it together and they hit me and we get the right people on the team, I'm definitely down. And I wouldn't even take a second look. And this year my plan is not to play in the summertime. I want to take a little break this year.
Man,
So
Yeah.
I just play for my little 10 months. You
and
know,
your legs gotta be sore.
overseas season. Yeah. So I ain't had a real break. Like I'm back already. And it's the beginning, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, of August.
It's a long slog out there overseas.
No facts. But like I said, it's part of life, and we journeyman at the end of the day, and we keep moving and keep pushing.
Absolutely. All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to like? I don't know. You want to plug your social medias? You working on anything you want to plug?
Oh man, no, I'm not working on nothing. No, you can follow me at certain, you know what I'm saying, 15 on Instagram. Besides that, I don't even be on Instagram like that. You can probably
Okay.
tell
Yeah.
not a big social media guy. I think once my career done playing, my social media is going up in the Raptors, along with
Uh-huh.
with everything else. That's good, brother, man. Nice talking to you, nigga. I ain't seen you in a minute either, man.
I know it's been way too long.
So
You haven't been back to St. John's.
I
I ain't been
know
back to St. John's.
you ain't been back.
I mean, I've been back. I mean, I didn't graduate till 18, and then I go to the games.
Mm.
So, all right, man. Well, thank you for coming on here and
Yes,
having an
thank you.
interview with us. It was nice chatting with you.
No
Always
problem,
great
man.
talking to you, man.
We want to thank Dom for joining the podcast. It's always nice when former Johnnies come back and tell their story a little bit. Sir Dominic Corner is one of the more memorable people, at least to me, in recent years, because of how well he developed, I think, over his 4 years here.
Yeah, he really bloomed into his senior year, which was my freshman year. That was the first year I was a manager. So, I mean, I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million times again. And Vincent just said it. I love personally talking to anybody that was a former St. John's guy, especially when it was somebody that I was on the team with when I was a manager. Yeah, it was awesome to talk to him, and I'm happy to see where he's at, and I'm happy to see he's doing well for himself.
Yeah. Dom was always that glue guy. Like he did
Yeah.
everything. Filled the stat sheet, did all the little things that helped us win. So it was
He was
great
just a
talking to him.
dog, you know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
was. He did.
He was always diving. He was always going after. He was always doing the extra, mile, yard, everything.
He was a lot of fun to watch.
I loved him.
He definitely was. Well, hopefully you continue to have a nice Thanksgiving or whatever day you're listening to this. And thank you for joining us. For Craig, Tim, and Nick, I'm Vincent. Go Johnnies. Keep chasing.